After months of being stuck indoors, both from the harsh winter weather, the stressful holiday season, and from the COVID-19 pandemic, you may have found that tensions have been building a little higher in the household. If you find yourself arguing more with your kids, it can often get messy. And joining us live this morning for an exclusive interview is Katherine Sellery, Sellery, parenting coach and founder of the CEO Conscious Parenting Revolution, for tips on how to diffuse fights with your kids. Certainly, after a while, depending on what age, no matter what, your kids ultimately drive you nuts, and you probably drive your kids nuts as well. So what kind of factors can lead to fights with your kids or between your kids?
Hi, so great to be here. Yes, there are definitely high emotions running during COVID for sure, and the pandemic might be waning a little bit, but the emotions can still be pretty high. So the first thing is really just to acknowledge your children's feelings and needs. They say name it to tame it. So naming it to tame it means that children need to have the vocabulary to name what they're feeling, and they don't often have that. We can start to teach them that vocabulary when we reflect back to them what they're probably feeling and say, are you feeling angry that your sister took your toy without permission, or that somebody, came into your room when you didn't allow them to, or just guessing a little bit if that's what's going on for them. And then that helps them get in touch with what they're feeling, and how they respond allows you to support them in communicating with possibly a sibling or something else that's going on.
Now, if you were having an issue with one of your kids, like they're talking back, or, how do you diffuse one of those situations with your children?
Yeah, they say that when someone's drowning, they don't do it politely. So bearing in mind that when kids are drowning, or even you're drowning in emotion, generally our drowning behaviors are socially unacceptable and they don't look pretty on the surface. So distinguishing between what we call the presenting problem and the underlying unmet need, and when to communicate and what to communicate. So things like do it because I said so, or how dare you, are generally not very effective. However, what's important is to think, oh my goodness, they're drowning. I need to get out there and help them self-regulate. So I can co-regulate and help them diffuse their emotion. And then I can help them regulate a little bit better until everybody calms down and they stop saying things that they don't mean anyway. So not getting triggered by the surface and being able to just co-regulate, support them in impulse control, self-regulation, how to be able to name it, to tame it, to relax, to be able to speak up a little bit, use their words instead of their behaviors. All of that really helps.
Now, Katherine, what are some resources that are out there to help parents who are struggling with kids?
Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of resources on our website, so they can go to the consciousparentingrevolution.com, and we have all kinds of resources there. And I also want to just recommend that they start thinking about how they can target other options of behavior. So when your kids are doing something that you don't like or that's harmful to somebody else, we say, grab the one you can catch and help them find another solution. So what else could you be doing right now? How else could you express what you're feeling? So just supporting them and shifting out of where they are to something else.
Katherine, that's some very helpful advice. I appreciate you taking time for us today and helping us break it all down.
Great to be here. Thank you.